You another day of Vampire. We are slowly getting to that point where the story is coming to a head. Uh, Chapter 5 is getting to the end, where we had just fought the leader of the vampire hunters, the Guard of Priwen, McCullum. It was a really ridiculous fight because he had sunlight blasting in the room as we were fighting him. We did find out that Dr. Swansea did get captured. He is at Doris Fletcher's theater, which is where we're heading now. I did a little bit of digging, and it does look like Chapter 6 is the last chapter, so I am probably going to start getting collectibles after we save Dr. Swansea. Assuming we save him, of course. Then again, I'm assuming if we don't save him, we're going to have the chance to quote-unquote save him, if you know what I mean. Hey Vicky, how are you? Hopefully better than this guy's doing. Pretty good, pretty good. Still haven't set up my new laptop, but pretty good. Oh, forgot Exploder. You just get 5 experience for killing that thing? Are you kidding me? Blood. Hey, get off me. Man, there seriously is no incentive to fighting if I'm only getting that much experience. My goodness. $15? Like, holy smokes. Now, as I break the game, if I recall, I want to actually go left down this way. Yes, and that'll take me back to the west end. Perfect. I'm wondering if there's a boss fight or if it's just him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I thought that was a, brawler. That's a Volcod. Get off me! Come on, he had to have given me more than 5? Come on! You low. kidding. All the experience really does come from eating people. My goodness. Ow. Uh-oh. Why is my triangle button not working? Oh, I still have the gun up, that's why. Back up. Back up. That was rough. And I still only got 5 experience, so yeah, there's no point in fighting. Aside from needing blood, like right now. But then again, I could just live off of rats if I really wanted. Or make another vial. Like so.
Let's stay back, sir. Steady, boys! We've got them. Watch it! No!
Talk about just missing me. If I didn't warp, you would have had me. My goodness.
So Priwen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Need to also find that notebook. Oh, you poor fool. Wow. Point blank, Doc, and you missed? Point blank? Seriously, Doc. It's twice now I've just missed. Looks like both things are downstairs.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's a leech! Kill it!
And powerful. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Accidentally used one of my vials. I'm gonna have to make more. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal, as painful and dreadful as it was. My God, the woman planned to see everyone in London afflicted by infecting all who would come to her next play. Help me understand greatly what is going on. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of some Harriet Jones who had been treated as a patient at the Pembroke Hospital. I was right. The crotchety old lady. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in the East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theater, and how she turned into that monstrosity that the leech known as Jonathan Reed finally defeated. The presence of that vampire is the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I'm convinced he is deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I am also convinced Swansea is his accomplice, and that those two are planning something more terrifying than the Guard has ever faced. So, Harriet Jones has infected her own daughter. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possess for some answer. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I better send some patrols to investigate what is occurring at the Pembroke Hospital. It took me 2 days to parse through the dusty registers and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did prove fruitful for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to our current situation and a copy of William Marshall's memoirs. I took them with me to read more carefully. The creature Marshall says he fought in 1666, this disaster that aimed to destroy London, it is similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. Disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all this, and that he is back. This could be our greatest accomplishment if the Guard could at last find and destroy that old bastard. I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reed is now trying to do. Did this creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666 and Reed did the same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature? I don't know, but those two are clearly working together, and Swansea is trying to help them. Is helping them. I will immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated. As for Reed, I will destroy this evil beast myself.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Is that who my maker is? The disaster? Could that be what's going on?
Stay close. Keep an eye on each other.
Swansea's in there. Okay. Why does it look like he's alone? Oh, they're in there. Got it. Oh, we're locked here. Wait, that's blood. Like I thought, they did kill him. Or at least interrogated him. To the point of death. Surprise! I am a vampire killing machine.
It's locked, all right.
Wait. I wonder if that lock is where the journal is. Find me on the last floor to get the key.
I should find the key.
The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Soul finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside of the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Dus Astro, the Eater of Stars. Oh, disaster, Eater of Stars. I see. Interesting. Who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord, it took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did, and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart, mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote, but if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I'm ready to endure this excruciating pain.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, when he was beating me up. Ooh, new collectible. William Marshall, forget the legend about the man, the one most of you never heard of, you lazy bastards. Forget the empty tomb in Temple Church. Forget the death of those among us who died trying to locate him. We, the guard, know that he is still hiding somewhere. That's the only fact we must keep in mind. Another small detail we need to keep in mind. This little effer is clever. How many times have we thought we had cornered him to finally only find old dust and cobwebs? Marshall has been a vampire for 1,000 years. We're no match until we change our plans concerning his hunt. So here are a few questions for you lazy bastards. And I want all of them answered before speaking of another great hunt to pin this leech down. Who helped him escape his den under Temple Church? We know now for a fact that a private contractor was paid to move a large coffin from the church a few years before we investigated the tomb. What exactly did the traitors of Brotherhood of St. Paul discuss with Marshall when they meet in 1785 in London? The report of this meeting has been burnt, but witnesses remain of a request made by Marshall to gain access to a specific book in their library. Why does the monstrosity known as Lady Blackwood seem linked to Marshall? They exchanged letters. She went to London to meet him in 1786, according to the Brotherhood spies. She tried to discreetly buy his castle in Wales in 1793, before fleeing when spotted by her fearless mentor Kendall Stone. See the pattern here? What happened during these few years? Why such agitation and activity? Answer these questions, my brothers, and you will find the path to our most eminent foe, William Marshall, oldest vampire of England to survive our righteous wrath. said on the last floor of this theater is the key. So it sounds like William Marshall might be my maker. Don't tell me Lady Ashbury's the other cult member.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Famous last words.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skull epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I trust you, Edgar. But the Guard of Priwen is onto something.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Skull has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
You sure about
Her
that?
real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
You knew.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital.
Ah. Sorry, touch the
That's how she
touchpad.
first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms. Blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
How did you know she fled the hospital? I never said that. She got killed.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
Oh my gosh.
Harriet Jones. My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I made a mistake. But what is science if not trial?
Oh gosh, you idiot!
Jonathan, we both know it.
What a poor justification for your morbid fascination and thirst for glory.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
You're lucky I need to let you live.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
Truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then.
Ugh.
Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
I need to speak to Elizabeth. She must be told. The dying Swansea. Oh, I missed a hint. Talk to her in a moment. First, we gotta find the key. What are you doing here? Not quite.
I can now open the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh wait, it's the book and I can't read it. So now I've turned 2 people in the last playthroughs. One scum, the other one a little too inquisitive.
I really don't know if I should read this.
And the world will face the repercussions for my actions. And I will be sad because I have no experience. So that does mean when I go on the evil playthrough, what I should do is pretty much wipe out the entire hospital before embracing Swansea. Just start eat everybody in the hospital literally before I come to the theater.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
We will talk to her in a moment.
Bloody monster!
Wait, so what's the best route? Yeah, that's the best route. Man, he started coming all the grief. Oh, crap.
Your prey is mine! You're bleeding.
Okay, I'm sorry. His power should dissipate when he's dead. That's why I stay at home. Prevent the Spanish flu from spreading. Yep. Not because I don't have anyone to hang out with. Because I'm preventing the Spanish flu from spreading.
This is despicable.
Alright, there he is. Question is, how do I get down there again? Ah, there we go. There it is. Alright, I didn't read your book. What do you got for me?
It's locked.
Good evening, John.
I found your notebook. The one the guard of Priwen stole from you.
And you've brought it back to me. That's excellent news, Jonathan. Were you able to keep yourself from reading it?
Yes. I give it back to you untouched.
Then, my friend, you deserve a little something to reward your fortitude. Please, have this, with my gratitude.
What's in the notebook?
I can't answer you,
Hey, a
Jonathan,
collectible.
since you chose not to open.
The name of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole comes from the mythical figure of Paul Aurelian, Latin Paulinus Aurelian, whatever. I'm butchering Latin. The great Welshman evangelist of the 6th century. Paul Aurelian is supposed to have died in 575 at the age of 140 years, and was one of the 7 founding saints of Brittany. According to legend, St. Paul Aurelian used a sacred stole as a leash to tame a ferocious dragon, and to cast the terrible beast into the sea. The saint is long gone now, but we of the Brotherhood keep his stole as a precious relic. Sometimes called the Brotherhood of the Stole, or even the Stole, we are a secret society of scholars who observe and identify the presence and activity of vampires in Great Britain. Known as Watchers, the men and women of the Brotherhood vow to express a neutral attitude towards vampires. We believe we can be useful guides for those immortals sometimes tempted to unleash their appetite. We postulate that vampires are not evil by essence over the centuries. We have witnessed that some vampires are able to transcend their predatory nature to protect mortals. Great mythological or historical figures which we know were vampires prove the enlightened immortals may agree to protect and guide mankind through difficult ages. Above the Watchers are the legates, who represent the authority of the primate wherever they go. As such, they have the right to call for the ban of the dragon. It is an ancestral ritual only known by the primate himself, used when the time comes and proof has been gathered that another beast must be cast into the sea. The gathering and study of ancient texts are our main source of information, used to understand the origin and behavior of the immortals. Recently I decided that our legates should be allowed to travel and explore all parts of the world, to expand our field of researches. Blessed be the sacred stole. The bravest of our watchers even dare to approach and contact vampires to interview them and gather intelligence at the source. We still have so much to learn and discover. Our journey may never end, and that may be our greatest beauty of our task.
Good night.
I lost a secret because I didn't read his document.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
I'd rather not. It's too expensive.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Red river, the song in the dark, the whispers of the sun. So many signs to tell.
The heck? Apparently, let me go back to that document if I can find it. Yeah. Those are the 4 markings. What? Holy smokes! What? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, so those are the 4 symbols. Oh my gosh. So that symbol there is a circle and then the 4 dots. That's the circle there. It's the same circle. Oh my gosh. The dots tell you which order that should be, and there's supposedly 6 in all. Really? I'm curious how many of them I have. So square is 3 dots. Wait. Nope. Fish is 1 dot. And of course I don't have them all, so I gotta find all the other collectibles. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Alright. Good thing we have tons of collectible hunting to do starting today. Alright. Take a quick nap, see how things update in the regions.
I have this thirst for blood.
Regret all our decisions. As every section becomes hostile all of a sudden because I let 2 vampires be made. Oh yeah, let's make some vials. Oh, I'm out of something. Wow. That's a first. Hmm. The item we need to make. Got it. Don't need bottles, really. Can't upgrade my weapons any further. I always go to the wrong spot for that. Alright, that's all set. Time to take a nap and regret our life choices. Because I can really do anything with 1,000 experience. I can level up my health again. Problem is I need to be level 26 to upgrade Abyss, so I don't think it's going to happen. Do we want health or do we want stamina? Well, stamina is actually more useful since it gives me the ability to dodge. And because of our life decisions, everyone died. The end. The inhabitants of London live in fear of physicians. Delayed interventions, barefaced favoritism, and strange experimental treatments. The scarcity of professionalism is crystallized in Pembroke Hospital. Whitechapel, where deontology was discharged a long time ago. Pembroke administration hides behind a facade of dedication and rectitude, but those of us who know any of their patients, or worse were among them, are aware of their deceit. In this temple devoted to dread, you will have to pay to get a bed. You will catch illnesses you never knew existed, and your corpse will be relieved of its possessions in the morgue. Here, patients die overnight of wounds they never bore upon their arrival, and they call them accidents. I briefly interviewed Dr. Swansea, head of administration, declaimed a pedantic timor mortis contrabat me. Fear of death confounds me, before forcing us out of the establishment. Quotes in Latin will not be enough to keep us away from their morbidity. Volunteers are welcome to join me tomorrow morning in front of the hospital to demand clear facts about their state of medical institution. And the docks are now hostile. While all his friends and relatives expected the sad news of his death to soon be announced, Aloysius Dawson, co-founder and head of the Dawson & Dawson Company, has made an astonishing appearance at the last meeting of the London City Council's Board of Health. For more than 2 hours, the supposedly dying magnate accused 3 members of the Board of criminal carelessness before demanding their immediate expulsion. Supported by Lord Redgrave, the Earl of Bristol, who assisted the meeting, Aloysius was then ordained as the new administrator of the LCCBH. The very much living magnate immediately ordered the launch of his grand plan to save London, the creation of a quarantine wall around the West End, to protect the more affluent districts and contain the Spanish flu in already impacted boroughs. Of course, many inhabitants of the targeted districts are now protesting vigorously, arguing that their health is more than ever at risk since the cases of infection can only grow in the quarantine areas. But that's only because they lack the moral fiber of great men like Aloysius Dawson. Every nation, every empire, while facing a deadly peril such as Spanish flu, must make sacrifices. It is by accepting necessary sacrifice that real patriots will serve the empire. Holy smokes. All because I'm keeping people alive, things went down the crapper. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fatigue. What the heck? Everybody's just going downhill now. All because I created vampires and kept people alive. Oh boy. You try to do the right thing. Well, this is going to make getting collectibles a whole lot of fun now, isn't it? Alright. So, starting with weapons. Used machete. Check. Used revolver. Oh, this will make life easier. Used revolver, which is probably going to be part of the regular revolver. Check. Used stake. Check. Wish they'd told me where the lists were for... Okay. Oh, I see. He put the name of the title and then put the name... Okay, perfect. So, weakness of vampires, fire and sun. Check. Card of Pruin. Nope. Don't have that one. Ah, crap. It's back at the docks. Used Lampara. Check. Used Scythe. Check. Used Bludgeon. I think that's what I was using here. Yep. Check. Use of garlic and wooden stakes, I think, was the one we read about. Yeah. Okay. So we are missing one from that I should have picked up in Chapter 1. If I would have known that he had sorted these by chapter, I would have kept the guide open at the same time. Oh well. Then again, it's been how long? We've been playing this for, what, 2 weeks now? Alright, I gotta remember fighting doesn't really solve anything. Just like in real life. Alright, so I have to get back to the docks, and it sounds like it's near the bar. Which I believe the bar... Wait, no, the bar's on this side. And that's the semi-safe side, at least it was. So we might be okay.
Steady, boys, you don't want to... Stay back, please.
As much as everybody's now sick, it kind of feels worthless for me to heal them, since I'm not going to be able to go any real much higher in experience. Like, I knew, in actuality, Swansea shouldn't have been saved at that point. Given the fact that he was using vampire blood. Oh.
This is now my domain, young Ekon.
You can have it. Oh boy.
Steady, boys.
Okay, that's where we're trying to go. Why do we have so many markers apparently on the board? You know, this was supposed to be my pacifist good playthrough. Why does it feel like the world went bad despite my good intentions? Is that the whole point this game is trying to make? Best laid intentions are just gonna go south? You know, I will help her, just because she's the daughter of the woman I love. How's that sound? I might heal the butler and her, too. I tried to do good for London, and this is what happens. I tried to do good for London. Oh gosh, I can't heal her headache. I'm out of the stuff to heal headaches. Oh dear. Hello, Mother.
Hello.
Jonathan.
Do you need my...
Oh,
I think you should take this. You'll feel better.
I'm not sure.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye.
The other problem, of course, with healing them is... Ooh, I made 25 experience. And as we've seen, all the things I have now are like well over 1,000 experience to level up. So,
Yes?
all these 25s are not going to do anything.
I won't refuse.
Here is your prescription.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Of course.
I tried, game. I tried to be a good person. At least I haven't killed any civilians. I guess that's one perk. I didn't kill civilians. Wait, she's walking around?
Good evening, Miss Ashley.
And good evening.
What is your opinion of Aloysius?
All I know is mine.
Goodbye, Charles.
She's been...
All I know is she's disappointed in you these days? Oh dear. Don't tell me I lost the love interest. And it takes so many hours to replay just to get back to a quote-unquote best ending. I made her upset. That upsets me. I tried. Couldn't very well kill him. And we had to keep up airs with the Ascalon Club. Oh gosh. As on my second playthrough, I just let everybody keep living, but make the hard choices as they're needed. Hello, Elizabeth. Please don't hate me. I can't believe she's disappointed with me. Those are the words she used. Do you know how hurtful that is? Hello, Elizabeth.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan?
She doesn't sound disappointed.
What
Your
is
daughter...
it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an icon. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What?
Yeah, I bet she feels violated.
No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth.
It's not your fault.
No, I have to go.
It's not your fault. He abused your blood.
Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait,
enemy.
no! Elizabeth!
Oh, gosh. It's not your fault. He abused your blood. It's not your fault. Wait, I gotta go back to the old morgue in Pembroke? I can do that real quick. Except we're going to the docks right now. It's not your fault, Miss Elizabeth. What did I say? What did I say? Vampires falling in love? Never a happy ending. Do you know what's even a worse ending? A vampire and a human falling in love. If you can call Kristen Stewart a human. There. I've hit my Twilight quota for the day.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Steady, boys! Remember...
Okay, that's just a guy with the shotgun. Just wanted to make sure.
Look at it! Vicious bugger!
Man, they are all over now.
It ain't human! Kill it!
this is not helping the Pembroke's case if they see a vampire just walking casually into the hospital.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Okay, I think the right one's the old morgue. There we go. Like I said, next playthrough I'll definitely eat through everybody before going after Swansea. The hospital will just be a shell of itself. Coming in here to check to see how our plant's doing. Oh, is McCollum there now? Wonder what he's doing there. Well, since we can't really do anything else for the districts, might as well. The next night. Lost? What do you mean, lost? You just said she was healthy. What do you mean, lost? That was weird. Oh yeah, I healed those two. Hey! It's alive!
It's alive. It's alive. And it needs a name. I shall call you Lisa.
Why Lisa? Life is Strange. Thank you, Life is Strange, since they made that game. Why Lisa? It's just random. Why not Mary after your sister? I like how the entire London is like dying, but hey, my plant's alive, and that has made all the difference. Oh geez, they're all over. Kill the others.
Lord, give us strength.
That ought to keep you busy. And I got lit on fire anyways. They weren't kidding. Everyone is pretty much 10 levels above me. And of course, even if I did, you know, like hold off on eating people the whole time, wait until now that the district's all messed up, I've got, like, to heal them first with their diseases to get the proper experience back. Jeez. So sorry. Jeez, that was one poke of his stick! You know, it helps if you're going to get in front of a guy to have the stamina to hit him. Thanks for the health.
There it is. Insulin. Not more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
He rhymed. Hi, Brawler. You might want to go upstairs. There's a little bit of cleanup you need to do. A couple of dead bodies on the floor. But I let you live, so I am a merciful vamp. Alright. Docks are down that way. Wait, south.
Best run along home, sir.
I'm going home. You don't have to worry about me, sir. Thank you. Please don't murder me. I'm just a humble doctor. Is it at least cooler now with the rain showing up? I don't know, what would you rather have? Extreme heat wave, but no rain? Or rain, but no heat wave? And the game is loading.
This one's mine!
I really don't think I have an idea of coming back. Good grief. Almost was a nice shot.
Watch out!
Uh-oh. I wondered if they could see me.
God walks with me! It's an ancient kid!
That was almost really bad. That's not good. Just had to see what was going on out there, didn't I? Okay, so there's the bar.
Good evening.
Hello again, Doctor.
Can I see...
As long as you have money.
Oh gosh, I only have 68. And she doesn't even have any white phosphorus. They both have bronchitis. Alright, so they said go back to the docks.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
second warehouse from the first drained corpse. So here's warehouse number 1. Uh-oh.
For Ascalon!
And he's following me.
You shall learn to respect the laws of
This is awkward. They're following me. I just want the collectible in this area, guys. Hopefully Big Boy didn't notice us, because there's no point in fighting him if he's only going to give us 15 experience. Alright, second warehouse. On a corpse. Found it! I know some of our companions consider the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day, thus we can hunt them down when they hide, powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they are really vulnerable, when they hunt at night. It is much easier to attack them then, for they can be spotted. That's why the Guard of Priwen must evolve and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communication. We can learn many things from the war in France. New strategy, new equipment, and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrowers. It's time for the Guard to embrace the 20th century. From McCollum. Alright, next. Oh, there's a weapon in the morgue! Species of vampires is done. Found at the start of the sewer section. Oh dear! Oh, we found one wants to fight me. Don't I not want to be near the night shelter? Like I said, there's no real point in fighting at this point. Oh gosh! Oh gosh! There's two of them! I just noticed there's an exclamation point in the hospital. Why do I get the feeling Dr. Swansea's not taking too well to his transformed life? I'm gonna regret this, but I'm curious.
Jonathan, my dear, I can never thank you enough.
Thank...
Come now, you know what I mean. I am... well, I'm just like you.
Have you no shame? Must I remind you of your ludicrous actions? Of the innocent men and women who died at your hands?
Shame is for mortals, Jonathan. I know it now, and you should
Oh,
too.
jeez.
We are something else. Something more.
What will you do now that you are immortal?
Experiment, my dear colleague. I have an eternity to make scientific progress. I could be the only scientist able to undertake extreme experiments upon himself.
My God, Edgar. Did you learn nothing from your forays into folly?
I have, I swear. No more experiments on mortals. See? I said mortals. How quickly the mind adapts.
Goodbye, Edgar.
Yeah. He's got no control over the people he's siring. I've ruined this game's world. Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the morgue. I have ruined this game's world. Holy smokes.
Disgust on every street corner.
Oh my gosh, there was a sign for Doris Fletcher's concert here. That was a clue that they were related.
The pain. It's here again.
Sewer section. Oh, that sewer section. The one that's probably near us at Chapter 2. Okay. Right.
cannot enter.
Well, how do I unlock the basement? There's a weapon down there. I need to get down there. No wonder I didn't grab that weapon. Yeah, they're all over down there. Unless there's some hole to get down there. Or the elevator. Nope. Assuming that just takes me back outside. I can't believe I ran out of medication goods. It's kind of crazy. I had so much medication at one point. Sorry, looking to see real quick. Yeah, that just takes me back outside. That was an accident. Oh my gosh. Well, looks like we're finishing the story. Oh, that sucks. That means I'm going to have to do a lot of this during my evil playthrough. Oh. Or we could make it a quote-unquote good playthrough for a while until I absolutely need to start killing people. Apparently, when I grabbed the medication materials needed and didn't need to go... Because I didn't need to go to the morgue, the key to unlock the basement of the morgue got locked out. Or got glitched out. Which means I can't get the one weapon that's hiding at the basement of the morgue. Oh my gosh, that sucks. So much for the evil playthrough being a speed run.
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital
Did you hear me?
ingredient in my recipe.
Oh, he's hiding here. I'm betting he's hiding at my sister's grave. Well, on the bright side, I know I can get through most of the game.
He's dead! Cross! He's dead! Kill it, boy!
Ow! I can get through most of the game without upgrades. I don't know if that's a pro or a con for the game. Well, I'm sure upgrades would make a lot of it go quicker. I can't believe I'm locked out of doing that, because So pretty much when I get to the hospital in Chapter 2 the next time, I just can't start rummaging around for supplies, because if I do, I might glitch the quest again. That's just... oh, that's ridiculous. Did I go the wrong way? I did. My neuroses for grabbing everything I see locked me out of getting one weapon. And the game froze. Be right back.